might think this is just a gym photo. But wait. When this one came out, even the usually indifferent Korean media went wild. And, even crazier, the international media got in on the action. It's not just about muscles or body goals. It's deeper, more complex, and more strategic than you might think. We're talking about an idol who isn't just loved for his golden voice or supposedly perfect face, but because he's the evolution of what a world star is. But this week, the world seemed to forget that he's a singer. Because of one photo, one moment, one shot of Jungkook working out at the gym. The photo was no joke. It wasn't a fake selfie for flexing. It wasn't a random pose to fill in free time. This was a photo that, whether intentionally or not, was released with cinematic quality, precise angles, lighting that looked planned, and most importantly, muscles that showed the results of years of hard training. And the media, both Korean and foreign, went wild over it. Why? Because the world is currently in a phase of finding new masculinity. In an era when many male public figures choose to appear more androgynous, Jungkook comes with a new image, a powerful, athletic, but well-groomed young man. This concept is not just about body shape, but about the message conveyed. Jungkook is no longer a child. He is a mature man with a strong physique and mentality. And the photo, indirectly, is a declaration. If we look back theoretically, this falls into the concept of image rebranding. In the entertainment world, rebranding is nothing new. Celebrities who have grown up since childhood often experience image changes in order to remain relevant and mature with their audience. In Jungkook's case, this rebranding is slow but consistent. From the adorable golden magne in BTS's early years to the man who is now positioned as a global icon of modern masculinity. And the Korean media is very sensitive to this kind of shift. They know that when a public figure as big as Jungkook shows significant changes visually, there must be a strategy behind it. They don't see it as just aesthetic content, but as part of a measurable personal branding campaign. Korean media, such as Dispatch, Naver, and even outlets that usually focus on politics and economics, suddenly included Jungkook's gym photo as part of their headlines. Why? Because the public welcomed it with extraordinary enthusiasm. Within hours, the photo became a global Twitter trending topic. Reddit, Korean forums, and even Chinese and Japanese communities were abuzz discussing Jungkook's muscle definition, his work ethic, and of course, how this reflects the physical condition of an idol who is now active in the post-military era, even though he himself had not yet enlisted when the photo appeared. Interestingly, international media were no less quick. Billboard, Rolling Stone, and several lifestyle media such as GQ and Men's Health began releasing opinions and analyses, from what kind of training Jungkook might be doing, to speculation whether this was a signal that he was preparing for something big. And indeed, if seen from an industry perspective, there is a big possibility that the photo is part of the pre-marketing for his next project. Maybe a solo album, maybe a collaboration with a global brand like Calvin Klein, who has previously recruited Jungkook. Because now, visuals are a big asset to attract the global young male market segment that is obsessed with self-improvement and body image. On the other hand, we also have to understand that this is a form of narrative control. Jungkook is not just trying to show off his body. He is showing discipline. In a world where celebrities are often labeled lazy and dependent on makeup or filters, Jungkook seems to be saying, "I work hard. I am present in real life. I build my body with sweat, not Photoshop." There is also a psychological layer here. Fans feel proud because their idols not only have good voices, but are also physically strong. This touches on the parasocial relationship area, where fans form an emotional bond with idols because they feel they are growing and developing together. And that gym photo? It's like a symbol of shared victory. We used to see Jungkook as shy. Now he is confident, strong, and represents all of us who continue to struggle. But not everyone welcomes this positively. In Korea, some conservatives feel that the image of a muscle idol sells sexuality too explicitly. Some forums even say that Jungkook is now in the category of too Western, too oriented to global standards of aggressive masculinity. But this shows one important thing. Jungkook no longer belongs to one culture. He belongs to the world. And whatever he does, it will continue to resonate widely. What's the deeper meaning of all this? Jungkook's gym photo is a small moment that has a big impact because he is in a very strategic position. BTS may be on hiatus due to military service, but Jungkook is carrying the torch alone. With that photo, he is not only maintaining his existence, but also keeping the embers of BTS's popularity alive. Indirectly, he is saying, "We are not finished. We are still here, and we are coming stronger than ever." This is not just about aesthetics. This is about symbols. And if we know how the Korean entertainment world works, visual symbols are a very important part of storytelling. So, the next time you see Jungkook's gym photo, don't just focus on his muscles. Look at the bigger narrative behind it. See how one photo can become a political entertainment tool, can stir up global opinion, and can make a singer dominate the world's conversation with just his body. But the question now is, why was the photo released now? If we talk about timing in the entertainment world is not a trivial matter. Every release, especially one involving a global icon like Jungkook, must be well thought out. And interestingly, the gym photo appeared just as the K-pop euphoria was shifting. Fourth-generation groups were on the rise. Names like Stray Kids, 17, and New Jeans were hot. Meanwhile, BTS, as we know, was undergoing a period of silence due to military service. This means one thing. Jungkook, either personally or through management, didn't want to lose momentum. In brand communication strategy, we know the term presence maintenance, which is how public figures remain on the public's radar even though they are not actively promoting. And one of the most effective ways to maintain that presence is with strong visuals. In Jungkook's case, that visual is not just a face, but a character. Through his body, through a strong and tough impression conveyed through still images, which actually speak loudly to the whole world. And don't forget one important thing. Jungkook is no longer just part of a group. He is now an individual entity. Since releasing his solo album and appearing on the international stage personally, there are new expectations of him. He is not just a representative of BTS, but the face of K-pop itself. And the industry is hungry for a single icon, someone who can connect Korean culture with the global stage. The gym photo could be part of a solo identity push, a silent narrative that reinforces the image that Jungkook is his own brand. He is no longer just the youngest of BTS. He is a global figure who can stand alone. And interestingly, big brands know exactly where this is headed. Many of them are now more interested in individuals than groups. Easier to sell, more focused, and more free to create specific image associations. Now, from the perspective of visual communication theory, we can see that Jungkook's body in the gym photo has become a medium of communication itself. This is what some experts call body as message. Muscles are not just a symbol of physical strength, but also a symbol of self-control, discipline, and even social status. And when the photo spreads, the public not only sees the end result, but also imagines the process behind it. Hours of training,
Sweat, pain.
all of that creates a heroic narrative that can be transferred to the imagination of fans. That's why the public's reaction is not just, wow, handsome, or his body is done, but to the level of, I feel motivated to work out, or he proves that hard work is real. That's inspirational branding. And for someone like Jungkook, that's the most effective layer of power. Fans don't just want to worship. They want to emulate. They want to feel emotionally and aspirationally connected. And of course, this has economic implications too. Jungkook's new image will create new collaboration spaces. Not just fashion or skincare, but also fitness gear, health food, even technology related to an active lifestyle. Jungkook becomes a face that can sell the aspiration of a healthy and strong life to the global young generation. That's an incredibly powerful and very rare marketing power. But back to that photo. Some cultural analysts in Korea think that this is a form of what's called controlled virality, a tactic where something looks like a coincidence but is actually designed to explode. This is different from a scandal, because the goal is not to create drama, but controlled attention. Jungkook's photo is a visual virus that is programmed to spread quickly, but still in a positive and inspiring image.